BRUCAST is back, baby.
So how is it?
Palworld is better.
Palworld's better.
It
Okay.
is a better game.
So for those who don't know, what is Palworld?
Pokémon with guns.
Yeah, hell yeah.
No, it's a survival game with Pokemon running around and you have guns and Palworld is another topic. We can talk about it, but really Palworld is another topic, and I don't like to compare Palworld and Pokemon because it's unfair for Pokemon because Palworld is so much better. Back to your question, Pokemon Arceus is the right approach. It's a proof of concept. The game works.
I mean, it was because they developed Scarlet and Violet since then, right?
Which was a complete dumpster fire.
Isn't that the same concept from?
No.
It's a different concept.
I think I didn't play this
Okay.
one, but it was back to more normal Pokemon game, and they release another Arceus-like game now. The big problem for Arceus, it's not a finished game in my opinion. It's a proof of concept. That's something you throw out there after. Let's say it like this: how far we are on our project right now.
I don't think we should talk about
We
it.
shouldn't talk about it. Looks better than Pokemon Arceus. From not just from graphics, but from everything else we have. And I think that's alarming. That they release a game that's so unfinished and unpolished and looks like this. It looks like shit. Let's be honest. And they have only one platform. They only come for the Switch. And let's compare it to Palworld, which I don't know, like 10 people made. It was one artist making all the Pals. Pals are the Pokemons in the game. And it looks so much better. And it feels so much better. And it's still in early access. They say it's not finished, and it has had more in it than Arceus has. And it's, as I said, from less people. So Arceus is not acceptable from what I accept from such a huge company as the Pokemon company is. So if they released Arceus as a demo, I would say, great, polish that, give me that. But as a finished product, I'm saying they are fooling us. It's not acceptable. I don't know, what do you think? Did you play that?
Not Arceus, but I just finished Scarlet, Pokemon Scarlet.
Mm-hmm.
And man, where do I start? It looks unfinished. I totally agree with you. If Arceus is anything like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, man, they don't give a damn anymore about the games. It just looks like a student project.
Yeah.
They took the core mechanics of Pokemon, which works. It's fun. I love the game. I had so much fun playing the game. But everything else, like it just looks like they don't give a crap anymore. All the textures are buggy, are repetitive. I can go on and on and on of how many bugs. I mean, you guys know. If you know Pokemon, you know. There's so many people trash talking this game.
And they have no excuses. That's my thing.
They don't care anymore.
Yeah,
because
but everything you can say.
But the thing is, Marlon, I love it. The thing I'm here complaining about the game, but I had fun all the way through. I collect them all. I think I have like 5 missing because I need to trade because I don't have the other game.
In the actual Pokemon, in the
Pokemon Scarlet.
Scarlet, yeah.
Yeah, but visually
Wild.
speaking, it's utterly shit. Like they don't give a damn anymore.
Yeah, and
But
as
it's
I said,
fun.
it's unacceptable. People are, oh yeah, the Switch is so bad. You have Breath of the Wild.
Oof.
And the new one, the Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh yeah.
And let's face it, Pokemon is the biggest franchise in the world, media franchise.
Is it?
It is. It's like more than Harry Potter, Star Wars, and Lord of the Rings combined.
Okay.
So it's a huge deal.
So
The largest media franchise.
sorry, go on.
I thought you look up the numbers. And
Okay. I was looking it up and I found it. Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Marlon.
do it. I'm waiting for it.
So on the very top, there's Pokemon. Just below it, there's believe it or not, Hello Kitty.
Yeah, I mean, people
So-
tend to forget about Asia. Hello Kitty and Pokemon are a different thing in Asia.
So Pokemon, 92 billion all time, right? All time combined. That's how much money they made. Hello Kitty comes next with 80 billion, and then third, Winnie the Pooh. All right, and then
Mhm.
Mickey Mouse, then Star Wars, then I don't know what this is in Japan.
But-
Anyhow,
But Pokemon is the biggest thing.
it is the biggest.
So you
yeah.
know those games sell for a shitload of money, so you can put a shitload of money and make good games because they would sell. But they discovered that shitty games also sell. So there's no excuse money-wise. There's no excuse hardware-wise because we see how good Zelda games look. So what is it? It has to be on purpose. I don't think they cannot afford bad people because they can afford good people. So it's just on purpose. They look how far they can go.
I think so. I watched the documentary about the development of Pokemon games, and I think it ties up with the Japanese culture that we were talking about earlier. One of the aspects of the Japanese culture is if it's working, you don't change it. If something works, you just leave it the way it is. And the example they gave it in the documentary is that in Japan, is still government buildings still use the floppy disk from the 80s because it fucking works. So why are we gonna change it? It doesn't need to change because so they still have the floppy disk. So that was their example inside of Game Freak, the team that developed Pokemons. They have always been a very small team from what I heard, and whatever they're doing is working. So why change? Let's keep the small team being a small team doing what they do. So when we say that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Arceus, they all look like shit. No wonder they're developed by, I don't know, I'm just throwing a number here, 10 people. How much 10 people are capable of doing in like 6 months? I don't know.
But even then, look at Palworld. Those are just a handful of people. They don't have more than 10 people. And it looks better, it plays better, it has better design, everything. So for me, there's no excuse. Of course, if
Okay.
they have like a policy of never change a running system or anything, yeah, we still have the same engine that we used at Game Boy times or anything. I don't know what engine they're using. Okay, but it's not acceptable. For me as a as a fan, it's not acceptable anymore. I can take a lot of bullshit if it doesn't look like Breath of the Wild. Okay, but at least have a style. What you're showing me is not a consistent art style. It's not a good art style at all. I was completely hyped for the new Pokemon Scarlet and the other one.
Violet.
I didn't play like the last 1 or 2 games before that, only Arceus, and I was like, yeah, I'm pumped. That's the time I want to play it. And I watched a trailer, and I saw the roofs with the jigsaw
On the trailer.
on the
Oh
trailer.
yeah, you told me. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, they aren't for real. If you see that in a trailer, you know how shitty the game looks. That's the best thing you can show me, and it looks like shit. Fuck you. And I was right.
But that's the thing, Marlon. It sells. Again, I had so much fun playing it.
Because no one is challenging them. That's why I think Palworld is a good idea. Because Palworld just showed how to challenge Pokemon. And people got mad on the internet. I don't know if you saw all the people raging in the internet. Oh, they stole Pokemon. You see here and there, and they used AI. Oh, bad people. Fuck it. They made a better game. That's
Yeah.
all that cares for me at the end. Do I play a shitty game because it's Pokemon, or do I play a good game that's legally not Pokemon.
Hmm. Yeah, you're right. The competition was not there before.
I don't know why. I really don't know why, because it's not a hard concept to do. There are so many fan-made Pokemons that are great. Cassette Beasts. That's another game I played. It's a Pokemon type game with a nice turn, and it's in the 2D pixel art style. Looks better than Pokemon. They have no excuses anymore. That's the end for me. I mean, change something or die.
But you know what's crazy is that at the same time they are releasing those proof of concept games, as you call it, like Arceus, Scarlet and Violet. I just bought the new Pokemon Snap. It's also Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, it's so polished. It's so well done. There's so many small details. You can see the care, the amount of care they put into it. So why the main games are released that way and then the side games, Pokemon, the new Pokemon, it's so well developed.
Is it from another studio maybe? They just
It's
outsource
Pokemon,
it?
so let's see.
Yeah.
New Pokemon Snap Studio. I would guess it's also from Game Freak. I don't know. It's also Pokemon, so let's take a look. So designers, okay, programmers, artists, composers, series, platforms, genre, modes. Okay, Wikipedia, you're not helping. So okay, I found it. Developer, Bandai Namco Studios.
Another studio.
It's not Game Freaks, Bandai.
Yeah. But even if they did it themselves, it would just mean there are no fucking excuses.
At the end of the day, Nintendo, I don't know, they have a weird company structure because Pokemon is partially owned by Nintendo, partially owned by Game Freak, and partially owned by Creatures Inc. Like, I know there's 3 companies involved, and then Bandai is also in the middle. I don't understand it.
Me neither. At the end, as a fan, you shouldn't care about stuff like this. You should care about the product and maybe about the work ethics from the studios. People shouldn't work themselves to death for my Pokemon game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know about anything about that stuff. Japanese company culture is totally different, and I don't want to use the time to dig into that, because what the fuck?
Yeah.
Some billionaires pushing around money. Do whatever. At least make better Pokemon games.
Please.
I love the franchise, but the good thing is, people tend to get mad about something, and that diminishes everything they had with the franchise before, you know? Like, oh, you ruined Pokemon, whatever, for me. And like, no, when I turn on an old Pokemon game, I still have the great time, I still have the nostalgia. Why does this make anything worse that was good before? Like the Lord of the Rings series, and oh, you ruined the movies for me. How?
Impossible, because the movies are still there.
Yeah,
So-
but so just watch the movies. If the movie is good, it's good. If something is bad, it's bad. But why connect everything just because it's in the same world? Yeah, I'm getting mad about Scarlet, but I'm not saying, oh, I'm never playing Pokemon Sapphire anymore. So, of course I will.
The game's still there, and it's great. Yeah.
So who gives a crap?
I totally agree.